Welcome back to the Crypto channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Ethereum is currently retesting this critical area on the price chart, while XRP is potentially repeating history in the short term. So in just a moment, I'll be sharing my exact XRP trading strategy, which over the last one day has actually changed, while Solana is currently bouncing from this important area of support, while Chainlink is officially attempting a major breakout from this massive bullish pattern, while Cardano is also breaking out from this important area on the price chart. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, starting off on the weekly XRP chart, and obviously over the last one day, the price of XRP has continued this massive bull run, which I've been talking about for a long time now on the channel, and obviously we've broken out well above $2 and now broken out above that $2.50 level. And like I said in my last few videos here on the channel, in my last few altcoin videos here on the channel, if we see a breakout above $2, expect to move up towards around $2.50, and then if we see a breakout above $2.50, expect to move up towards around $2.75 to $3. And right now, $3 is the next major price target to pay attention to based on this 1618 Fibonacci extension on the weekly time frame. And so if for whatever reason we see a slight little rejection or pullback in the short term, expect support at those previous points of resistance. So for example, at $2.50, let's just say, expect support around there if we were to see a bit of a short-term pullback. And below that level, we should find massive support closer towards $2 if we were to actually pull back down towards that level. But with that being said, $3 is the next major resistance. And once we can see a breakout above $3, then we're likely heading up towards the all-time high at approximately $3.30. And very soon, we could be looking at new all-time highs for the price of XRP. And so obviously on these larger time frames, things are still looking very bullish, as I've been saying for a while now on the channel. Once again, as I always say, no matter what happens in the short term, whether we see a little bit of a pullback or whatever in the short term, don't be fooled. Don't get trapped in those pullbacks. Don't get trapped selling XRP with a little short-term pullback, because if we're zooming out looking at the bigger picture, right now we're looking very bullish, getting close towards an all-time high breakout. And with that being said, if we're taking a look at the 30-minute time frame, this is zoomed all the way into the short term. Once again, we can see these little short-term pullbacks on these small time frames during that larger bullish market. And what we're seeing in the short term is history basically repeating over and over again. We're seeing basically an advancement towards the upside and then running into short-term resistance, causing a bit of struggle at a certain price level. And then sometimes we even see a bit of a rejection before moving higher again. And so personally, when it comes to my trading strategy for XRP, as you know, if you've been watching my recent videos here on the channel, I have been longing the price of XRP basically this entire time throughout this bullish move, as I've been sharing here on the channel every day, very transparently since before all of this bullish price action. And since my last video, the update on my XRP trading strategy has been simply the fact that I have taken some profits from the XRP position at around resistance. So as you can see right here, I've realized more profits. As of right now, this position has realized over 8,000 USD in profits. But just before starting to record this video, I actually just added to the position again right around here. And so once again, I took profits approximately around here, and then we saw a bit of a sideways consolidation and a slight little pullback, and I saw this price action was looking very, very similar to what we saw right here pretty much exactly one day ago. And obviously that happened just before the next major bullish move. So due to that reason, I simply just added to my XRP long position literally right now, just before I started recording this video. As you can see, it's back up towards a $40,000 long position, and this is not really a massive trade for me. And when it comes to XRP and volatile moves like this, it doesn't have to be a massive trade in order to make some decent profits. As you can see right here, this trade is closer towards around $14,000 in profits, closer towards $15,000 in profits right now from just a relatively small trade. And so ultimately, my trading strategy here is to simply just long this bull market towards the upside, stay long throughout most of this larger bullish move, and then take a little bit of profits around key resistance points, and then accumulate more of a long position, add to that position anytime where we see a decent little pullback here in the short term. That is my current trading strategy. And so far, as you can see, it has been working very well, as I've been sharing very transparently here on this channel. And so in case you're new to all of this, if you missed all of these entries, basically any time where we see, let's just say a 10% pullback as we saw just here, or right here from these highs, that was around a 10% pullback as well, or from this candle wick high, that was around a 12% pullback. Pretty much any time where we see close to a 10% pullback from high to low, at least as of right now, that has proven to be a pretty decent entry for this larger bullish market. And of course, as this bull market continues, basically I just move my stop loss slowly further and further into profits. So even in the worst case scenario, if we just suddenly crashed for whatever reason, that would hit my stop loss in profits and close the trade in profits at that price level. And so that is my current trading strategy for the price of XRP right now. And if you want to take these trades for yourself, personally, I'm taking this trade right here over on Bitfinex. So I'll make sure to leave a link to Bitfinex below this video. And if you use that link to Bitfinex to make your account, you can get up to a 5.5k deposit bonus, and only if you use that link you can get an exclusive 10% discount on all trading fees on the Bitfinex exchange forever. But that's only available if you use that link below this video to make your Bitfinex account. And also, by the way, Bitfinex is a no KYC exchange, which means you don't need any KYC. So if you're from the US or the UK, for example, you can access Bitfinex and trade on Bitfinex, as I'm doing right here, making a lot of easy profits in crypto. And as always, I share these trading opportunities here on this channel completely for free. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you're subscribed to this channel with notifications turned on so that you don't miss out on any of these important update videos. And also, as another exchange, another option out there is also Bybit, which I do trade on from time to time. So I'll make sure to leave a link to Bybit below this video as well. And if you use that link to Bybit, you can get a 500 USDT position airdrop. So basically a free $500 trade as your first trade over on Bybit, but that's only available if you use the link below this video to make your Bybit account and deposit on that account. But with that being said, taking a look at Ethereum on the weekly time frame, and right now the price of ETH is still looking very bullish on these larger time frames, so there's not much else to add here on the weekly time frame. And if we're taking a look at the 3-day time frame, right now we're getting very close to this next major area of resistance in between, let's just say around 3850 to 4000, because I've been saying around 3.9k to 4k, but if we're looking at these 3-day candle closes, those are sitting closer towards around 3850. And so that is the next major area of resistance to pay attention to on these larger time frames. But once again, right now we're looking very bullish on the larger time frames, despite any little short-term pullback that we might see on the smaller time frames. And if we're zooming into the daily time frame, right now the price of Ethereum is playing out a bit of a short-term pullback, simply just retesting this previous area of resistance, now acting as new support. So as I've been saying recently here on the channel, expect a lot of support, meaning buyers in this price range right here, sitting in between around 34.30 to 35.60. And if we're taking a look at this daily time frame, right now we're still possibly forming a bearish divergence for the price of ETH, with higher highs in the price already confirmed and lower highs possibly forming in the daily Ethereum RSI. But technically speaking, this still needs to actually be further confirmed right here, because we've not fully confirmed that lower high in place in the RSI. We need to see a stronger rejection like this in the RSI to actually confirm this bearish divergence. And if that actually confirms, which right now it is not yet done, but if it confirms, then we'll likely just see either a bit more of a pullback like this, or most likely just some choppy sideways price action. So basically just reduced bullish momentum, most likely for a matter of days or weeks, if this actually confirms here. So once again, that's only really talking about the shorter term, but when we're zooming out, looking at the bigger picture, right now we're looking very bullish. And if we're taking a look at the price of Solana on the 2-day time frame, despite this short-term pullback, technically speaking, we're still in a higher low, higher high price structure, which by definition is a bullish trend. So technically speaking, on the larger time frames, we're still currently within a bull market for the price of Solana, and the next major price target beyond this all-time high at around 260 is sitting at around 313, based on the 1618 Fibonacci extension at $313. But obviously between now and then, as I've been saying over and over again here on the channel, we have a lot of short-term resistance that's currently preventing the price to actually go towards that price target. So zooming into the shorter term, looking at the 6-hour time frame, we have very strong resistance at approximately $260. We also have very strong resistance at around $246, and we also have a bit of resistance right here based on previous support now acting as new resistance, and that's sitting at approximately $232. And right now the support to pay attention to is sitting in between between around 221 to 222 based on previous support and previous resistance currently acting as new support. So right now that's the support to pay attention to, but if we start breaking back below around $220, let's call it, then in that case the next major level of support towards the downside is sitting at around $205 to $210. So expect a move towards that level right there if we first confirm a break below around 220 to 222, give or take. And there's also a possible falling wedge pattern forming here in the short term for the price of Solana. As we could see, we have lower highs and lower lows, but these lines are currently converging. So technically speaking, this is a bullish pattern, but only really if it confirms a breakout above this resistance. So statistically, it's more likely to break out towards the upside than to the downside. But ultimately, we have to wait for a confirmation. We have to wait for a confirmed breakout above this resistance, which is sitting at around $235 right now in order to actually set up the bullish price target. And in that case, if we see a confirmed breakout above this resistance, then that would set up a bullish price target at around $260. So basically the top of the wedge. But between then and that price target, we also have this point of resistance that we cannot ignore. So that's also a potential trading strategy for those of you that missed the XRP trade. This could be a trading opportunity to pay attention to if we first confirm a breakout. I want to make it clear that right now, this pattern is not currently in play. So I'll not enter a long position right now. I'd first wait for a breakout and then potentially take profits around this resistance and more profits around the price target. But as always, that is not personal financial advice because I don't know your personal financial situation. I'm just sharing potential trading opportunities that I'm looking at right now. And with that being said, if we're taking a look at Chainlink on the weekly time frame, right now Chainlink is experiencing a massive breakout above the all-important golden pocket area of resistance, which was previous significant resistance for the price of Chainlink, as we can see. And that's sitting in between around $21 to $23 approximately. And right now we're clearly seeing a huge breakout beyond $23, which is obviously a massive bullish signal. But ideally, we still need to actually confirm this breakout with ideally a weekly candle close above around $23. And then that would actually cement this breakout in place rather than potentially just a candle wick towards the upside. But now that the price of Chainlink is already trading above this golden pocket, the next point of resistance to pay attention to, at least on the larger time frames, is sitting at approximately $27.50 to $28 approximately, based on this previous high, still acting as a resistance. But if we see a breakout beyond around $28, in that case, the next area of resistance is sitting in between around $32 to $34, based on this Fibonacci level and also these previous highs acting as strong resistance in that range. But if we can finally see a confirmed breakout above around $34, then in that case, we could start heading up towards the all-time high for Chainlink, which is sitting at approximately $53. And we could also find a bit of resistance at around $50, give or take, based on that being a psychological level of resistance. But obviously, between now and then, we have these other levels of shorter-term resistance that we need to pay attention to. And right now, something else to pay attention to is on this weekly Chainlink chart, which is this massive bullish cup and handle pattern, which is now officially breaking out. But just like the breakout above the golden pocket, ideally we still need to actually confirm this breakout with this weekly candle close confirming above ideally around $23. And so technically speaking, due to the fact that we've not fully confirmed the breakout on the weekly time frame, technically speaking, this is currently a high risk trade because we've not confirmed the breakout. So for all we know, by the end of the week, by the end of this weekly candle close right here, we could actually close back below that line, which means the breakout would have never actually confirmed. And so obviously it's completely up to you what you actually do with your own money. But personally, I would ideally wait for this confirmation right here, this confirmed candle close above this line before starting to accumulate a massive long position. And with a move like this is obviously a swing trade, not a little day trade. It will not take just a couple of days to actually hit this price target. It will likely take potentially a matter of months, not just days or weeks, but most likely months to actually hit this price target, because this price target we're talking about, by the way, is sitting at around $90, just above $90, which from where we are right now, close to this breakout to that price target, is over a 260% profit. And so even with just a 4x leverage long long position. A massive swing trade like that could make you over a 10x gain, a 1000% profit with even just a 4x leverage long position. And so once again, for those of you new to the channel that missed the XRP trade over the last half a week or so, this is another massive opportunity to pay attention to that is potentially just getting started. But remember, we still need to wait for confirmation here. And with that being said, if we're taking a look at Cardano, it's a similar story for Cardano on the weekly time frame. We're currently attempting a major breakout beyond this significant area of resistance, which is the all-important golden pocket area of resistance, the most important Fibonacci area on the price chart, and that's sitting in between around $1.12 to $1.23. And as of recording this video, the price of Cardano is trading above $1.23, above this golden pocket. But once again, we still need to technically confirm this breakout with that weekly candle close above $1.23. And if we can see that confirmed breakout with that weekly candle close above this golden pocket, in that case, the next point of resistance to watch out for is sitting at around $1.44 to $1.45 approximately, based on these previous highs acting as new resistance. But beyond that level, we have the 78.6% Fibonacci level of resistance sitting at around $1.76 approximately. And above that level, I'd be targeting closer towards around $2.30 based on this high, and then the all-time high at around $3. But obviously between now and then, we do have a lot of resistance that we first need to break out above. And also, if we do confirm this breakout with a weekly candle close above $1.23, in that case, this previous golden pocket area of resistance will likely become new support if for whatever reason we see a bit of a short-term pullback. And one possible reason that could cause a bit of a short-term pullback is this rising wedge pattern on the 1 hour Cardano chart. And this rising wedge is basically the exact opposite to a falling wedge. So a rising wedge pattern is statistically more likely to break to the downside than it is to the upside. Roughly 2 times out of 3, a rising wedge breaks to the downside, and about a third of the time it breaks out towards the upside. So it's not impossible to see a bullish breakout from a rising wedge. It's just technically that is the less likely scenario. But either way, we still need to wait for confirmation of a break either below this support or above this resistance. But let's just say if we confirm an hour candle close below this line of support, which is sitting at approximately $1.26 to $1.27. In that case, once we see that confirmation right here, that could be the signal to possibly enter a little bit of a short position, or basically just wait out a pullback to get a better entry for a long position. Either way, there's a couple of ways we could profit from that move. And if we're taking a look at the technical price targets for this pattern right here, we have an initial price target for a break towards the downside, which would be sitting at around $1.15. So that's a first price target right here, an initial price target. But if we break below $1.15, then the complete price target for this pattern is sitting at around $1.06, basically the bottom of the wedge. But once again, I want to make it clear that we first need to see a confirmed break below this level right here with a candle close below this level on the chart before these price targets become active. So right now, this is not in play. It's just something to potentially pay attention to. And once again, if you want to trade these moves in the price of any crypto, check out those links down below this video to claim those extra bonuses. And if you want to actually know how to trade crypto, no matter if the price is bullish, bearish, or chopping around sideways, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions. And the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.